Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with our next topic of geography, that is settlement, transport and communication. So first of all, what is settlement? When people build homes where few or no people have lived before, such a habitation is called a settlement. A modern settlement comprises buildings, means of transport and communication, and the inhabitants of the settlement. Origin of settlement. When man was a nomad, he lived in natural shelters such as caves. These dwellings were the first human settlements. These settlements were not continuously inhabited, as man had to move from place to place in search of food. However, when man learned to grow crops, it became necessary for him to settle down in one place and build a permanent home. Gradually, as manufacturing, trade, and commerce, religion, and culture developed, the importance of leading a settled life increased. Thus, the first towns came into being. Man built different types of buildings like temples, granaries, town halls, schools, and so on. As time passed, human settlements became bigger and better. Today, we have towns and cities with multi-storied buildings, broad roads, well-planned sewage systems, and various other facilities. Sites of settlement. The place where a building or settlement stands is known as its site. So here are some of the important features that affect the site of a settlement. First of all, water. Every settlement needs a source of water. So, the first cities like those of Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley developed near rivers where water was available in plenty. Fertile soil and moderate climate. Fertile soils and moderate climate encourage agriculture and various economic activities. Such conditions are usually found in plains. Hence, most settlements are located in plains. People generally settle where it is easy to earn a living. Therefore, settlements come up near mines and in industrial areas. The designs of houses in a settlement and the material of which they are built often depend on the natural condition at the site. For example, in places where it rains or snows a lot, the houses may have slanting roofs that allow the rain or snow to slide off. In places that get flooded very often, the houses may be built on stilts or raised platforms. In warm places, you may find many houses made of mud. These houses are cool in hot weather and warm in cold weather. In forested areas, wood is commonly used to build houses, and in hilly or stony areas, many houses are built of stone. Types of settlement. There are mainly three types of settlements: temporary and permanent settlements. Temporary settlements are those that are occupied for a short time and then abandoned permanently or for a long period. The cave dwellings of the primitive people are examples of such settlements. Even today, tribes living in deserts, tropical rainforests, and other inhospitable environments build temporary settlements as they have to move quite often. However, most of the settlements that we see today are permanent settlements. Such settlements are not abandoned and remain continuously in use for many years. Rural and urban settlements. On the basis of the type of occupation practiced by most of the inhabitants, a settlement may be rural or urban. In rural settlement, most of the people are engaged in agriculture, fishing, forestry, etc. These activities are called primary activities because the products are derived directly from nature. Villages are examples of rural settlements. In urban settlements, most of the people are engaged in activities such as manufacturing and trading, in which the products are derived from the products of primary activities. Such activities are known as secondary activities. Towns and cities are examples of urban settlements. Compact and dispersed settlements. A settlement in which the buildings are located very close to each other is called a compact settlement. Such settlements are usually found in plains where the physical conditions are ideal for building homes. A settlement in which the buildings are located far apart is called a dispersed settlement or scattered settlement. Such settlements are often found in mountainous or densely forested regions. They are also found where farmlands occupy large areas, as in the temperate grasslands or of North America and Australia. So, this is enough for today. In our next video, we'll discuss about transport. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.